Hi, I'm Pin-Wei Chen from National Central University in Taiwan, and here is our title. From some previous study in neuropsychological and imaging, we found that the hippocampus and the medial temporal lobe, which are critical to the formation of episodic memory, may play an important role in one's statistical learning ability, like supporting regularity extraction. Based on these findings, one's ability in statistical learning and episodic memory might be closely related to the same neuromechanism. So we want to explore the relationship between them. Besides, we also want to know whether there are fundamental differences in different types of statistical learning tasks. For this purpose, we adopt a within-subject design, recruit a total of 80 participants, let them do 4 types of tasks, including statistical learning tasks in visual and auditory modalities, and also include an implicit learning task. We use standardized long-term memory tests, intelligent test, and working memory test. Here we use different types of colors distinguish test types. This table presents the design of our procedure. These tests are divided into 2 days for participants to complete, with a minimum interval of 1 week between the 2 days. Here below is a brief presentation of the content of each task. The VSL and ASL tasks have a similar design. The only difference between them is the type of stimulus. In VSL, 16 shapes are randomly organized for each participant into 8 triplets. 4 with transitional probabilities equal to 0.33 and 4 with transitional probabilities equal to 1. During familiarization, these triplets appears immediately one after the other in random order. However, participants are only instructed to watch a stream of shapes for 10 minutes, as they will later be tested. There are 42 questions in the testing phase. Participants are asked either to pick a familiar pattern or to complete a missing shape in the pattern. About the serial reaction time task, there are 4 squares displayed on the screen. In each trial, one of the 4 squares will light up. Participants were asked to press the corresponding key on the keyboard as soon as possible on the premise of correctness. Not be informed to them. The light-up order was composed of the same sequence at first, and followed by the little of a new sequence and random sequence. The dependent variable of this task was the average reaction time difference for the measure from the last 8 sequence and the new sequence, divided by their average reaction time at the beginning. About the block design, participants were asked to arrange 4 or 9 red and white squares on the table with their hands to match the graphics on the card. The score is according to the time cost participants complete each trial. There are 12 questions in the culture fair intelligence test, and the time limit is 3 minutes. Participants were asked to observe the rules of the question and select the most suitable pattern to place in the blank from the 5 options. About the Corsi block tapping task. In each trial, one of the blue squares on the screen will light up in sequence. Participants should remember the order and position of the square and click them in order. The question starts with one memory item and added a memory item for every 2 questions. About the number zodiac sequencing task. In each trial, participants listen to the recorded file, which is a string of numbers and zodiac letters alternating. For example, 8 cow, 6 dog. After that, they are asked to say the number from small to large first, and then say the letters according to the order of zodiac. Like this. 6, 8, cow, dog. There are 2 short stories in the logical memory task. We don't have picture in the poster. Story 1 is read once to the participant, and story 2 is read twice. After each reading, participants are asked to recall any information of the story. As for the delay test, participants are asked to provide any information recalled from story 1 and then story 2 following 30 minutes of some other testing. The score is according to the number of recall units provided by the participant. Like this. The task with stars are the sub-test of vascular memory scale, version 3 and Chinese version, and these tasks have delayed test. In the verbal pair associated test, participant will first listen to 8 pairs of matched words, for example, goat, walking, and then will tell participants the first word in each pair, like goat, and ask them to answer the word it is paired with, like walk. This procedure will be repeated 4 times, in which the order of the word pairs but not its content are changed. The rule of the delayed test is the same as the immediate test, but no longer read the 8 word pairs at first. In the family picture test, participants will first watch each of 4 family pictures for 10 seconds, and then answer which family members are in each picture. Where are they, and what are they doing? Like this, we have a picture of 4 family members, and then they will see this and say some, like mother is in the position 1. The delayed memory test is the same as the immediate test. The Chinese face version Cambridge face memory test include practice containing 4 stages. The practice stage familiarize participant with the procedure used in the same image stage by presenting cartoon face in the same way that the target face will be presented. After instructing the participant to memorize the following faces: the left, middle, and right faces of the target faces are present. After that, a test faces consists of 3 phases in each question is present, like this. Participants have to press the number key corresponding to the phase that has presented before. Targets used in the same image stage are 6 different Asian men. After the same image stage, participants are presented with a single view image that had a frontal shot of each target face, like this. There will be no more learning phase in the novel image stage. Questions in the testing phase were similar to the previous section, but all target phases are novel image in which the lighting, pose, or both vary. The fourth stage is almost identical to the novel image stage. It's just that the layer of a noise has been added to the picture to increase the difficulty to identification. And here is our result. Here is the descriptive statistical data of participant performance in different tasks. Most of them show the normal distribution. We've used Pearson correlation analysis to analyze these data. About the correlation among statistical learning tasks. Correlation between ASL and VSL tasks was high. However, only VSL but not ASL tasks correlated with the SRT task, suggests that explicit and implicit statistical learning may rely on distinct mechanisms. The statistical ability are not highly related to the other fundamental cognitive abilities, and this is consistent with previous literature. For the relationship between statistical learning and episodic memory, despite it seems to exist some sporadic significant correlation, after the correction for multiple comparison, correlation between all test scores were not significant. Therefore, it is unlikely that the cognitive domains of statistical learning and episodic memory share the same neuromechanism. To account for the evidence from the literature and the present finding, it is possible that statistical learning and long-term memory rely on different specific neuromechanisms supported by the hippocampus and the medial temporal lobe. Further research with high-resolution neuroimaging tool is necessary to investigate whether specific neural substrate underlying statistical learning and long-term memory are common or different. And this is what I just said. And this is the end of my pre-think. Thanks for your listening.